information in relation to your job?
It's very usual since I basically refer to social media like Facebook and Messenger. For example, if I have to make announcements to my students that I'll not be able to meet them, or there are important announcements like information and all, I can just post it on social media so that my students can read. So the information is should be say faster to disseminate in social media.
How will you measure information or validate information quality?
So basically, when you for example see a post, you don't immediately believe the post. You have to determine where did the information come from and analyze very well whether the information is what we call legit or fake news. Because it's very important for you to distinguish that kind of information. Because if it is a fake news and it continues to spread, then many others would be affected. We should analyze carefully the source, the purpose of the information before we can disseminate it to other people. Like what I've said, I basically use Facebook, Messenger, so that I can make announcements, post information to my students. Well, media literacy is being informed of the different sources of information, different sources of media, and being aware whether these sources are reliable, so that, like what I've said, so that information will be disseminated properly and fastly. However, our concern is not only to disseminate information. It's like before disseminating information, you should be very sure and critical whether the information that you would pass on is legitimate or not. And that is information literacy. It's like you don't just believe any information given to you, but you carefully analyze the sources. Like for example, when someone passes a message on social media, who's the source? Where did the information come from? For whom is the information intended? There are many other factors. Yes.
How does media literacy affect your daily life?
Very important, since teachers should always be informed of what's happening around them or what's happening to their students, to their advisory class. So for example, if you have an announcement to your advisory class, you can use FB to disseminate information. It's just that we should be very careful users of social media. But because social media also has its negative effects, if you don't know how to properly manage the sources of information, or we don't know the proper usage of social media, it's also bad. It's also
How do you use media information literacy in relation to your job or work?
Media and information to gather information that I can use in educating my students for that certain topic or lesson that I'm going to teach them. That's my answer. How will you measure information or validate information quality? It's hard for us to measure information coming from coming from media, especially when it comes to gathering information, getting facts or accurate information from the internet. It's very hard for us because the reason why we are searching for the information from the internet is that we need to gather information. Tama ba? We need to gather information from it. So, you as a person, since you are the one who gather information from a certain source, you cannot measure it because you don't even know the things, or you can, if you, how can I, hindi mo pa kasi alam yung mga information na yun. Diba? So kung hindi mo pa alam yung mga information na yun, hindi mo kayang i-measure kung tama ba or kung validated ba yung mga information na makukuha mo sa internet, unless you have the idea, or you have, what do you call that? You have a prior knowledge dun sa mismo i-search mo sa internet. Ganon.
Thank you.
Marami kong ginagamit sa social media. Not only yung for giving us an entertainment, pero most of the time ang ginagamit ko is of course Facebook, what else? Instagram, Messenger. The most important thing, or the most important social media that I use is Messenger. Kasi di ba, it's very hard for us to create bridges between one person to another person. And this messenger can give us an opportunity to talk or to have an open communication with other people, or with with your colleagues, especially in my job, di ba? Kasi you don't need to load too much. Kasi kapag load, limited lang yan. You only have 24 hours to use that unlimited load or unlimited text, and unless you have unlimited load din, diba? So, Messenger is the best social app that I actually use.
Media literacy does.
Literacy is having knowledge on using media. Especially nowadays, we all know that most of the time, there are so many fake news coming, posted, fake news that was actually delivered online. So it is very hard for us to know if the source of that information has this enough knowledge about using this application or using media. So media literacy has enough knowledge on using media.
How does media literacy affects your daily life?
You know, living in a modern world or in a millennial world is a big obstacle, especially most of the time. Social media or internet can actually control our lives. So it really affects my my life in terms of it gives me an easiest way on communicating communicating to other people. But it also gives me disadvantages. And what are those disadvantages? Una, hindi sa lahat ng oras you have the supply of internet. So, hindi sa lahat ng oras you can use or you can, what do you call that? You can access the media. Second, lack of resources. So it is not so hard for you to manage or to access this media if you are lacking resources. Third one, I don't know. There's no third one, but the point here, or the most advantageous thing of media to me, is that I've learned how to control myself in terms of posting, in terms of knowing what are the things, what are the right things to be posted, di ba? So, always remember na sa buhay nyo, kapag gumagamit kayo ng media, isang maling pindot o isang maling salita or post, kakalat na yan. So, magugulo na yung buhay. So the only thing that you need to do is to think before you click. And I think